Okay, we should be live now.
Awesome.
I think. I hope.
Yeah, we are. We are. Absolutely. What's up, everybody?
Very cool. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
How's it going?
In case you've never seen my face, this is Jay. And Dusty, say hello.
Just in case you've never seen my face, it's Dusty. What's happening, everybody?
I know you've seen Dusty's face. And we have a special guest with us right now, Laura Zira from Naked and Afraid. And Laura's going to be on our show this weekend on the podcast. So we thought we'd bring Laura on right now to answer some questions about anything, whatever you want to know. We cover a lot of stuff in the show, but Laura, thanks for joining us on Blue Jeans Live on Facebook.
I'm really excited to be here. I just regret not having a mustache as epic as Dusty.
That's awesome.
Some
people
mustache.
get a little jello. They get a little jello over a mustache, It's kind of like mine.
I owned it, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to monitor some of these questions that are coming through, but in the meantime, I think we should ask Laura some questions about some of the things we talked about on the show itself.
Awesome.
Oh, wow. We have 50 followers. I know you can't see this, but there it is. Oh, we have a comment already. This is cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Oh, all right. We got Billy Daw. What's up, guys? This is awesome. We have Kevin Glass. Hey, from Baltimore. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Kevin.
Now, Laura, I'm going to try to send you the link so you can share it on your Facebook page.
Okay. This is so technological. I'm excited.
It's pretty crazy. Actually, being able to talk like this with everybody involved, and it's amazing. I love it.
Gary Wilson says, Laura, can you stand up? I'm not sure what that's all about.
Yes. Like physically, yes.
Yes, Laura can stand, Gary. Thank you. Gary from Delaware. I think we need Laura to come to Texas and hunt some hogs. What do you say, Laura? That's from Kurt Smith.
Yes. I'm there. That sounds amazing.
Cool. Laura, tell us where you're at right now. Did we lose Laura?
Did you guys freeze, or are you being really?
We froze for a second.
Give it a second. It's coming back.
Right now.
Coming back. There you are.
It is really beautiful. I'm on top of a mountain. Pool behind me. I think
it looks nice there.
You guys are freezing up just a little bit. Oh, I'm back.
It's coming. It's coming back.
It's going in and out. That's all right. It's going to. It's the first time that we've tried this, and so far, so good. We just bear with it all and do what we
had
come
some
up
technical difficulties getting it going, but now it's kind of flying. We've got, let's see, Billy Daw wants to know if you're ready for turkey season.
I am. I'm actually going to Colorado in April to do some turkey hunting. I'm super excited. And
very nice.
Hopefully New Hampshire after that.
Turkey Camp, New Hampshire. We're going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a good time.
Yes.
All right, Laura, I'm texting you the link.
Okay.
So then you can copy and paste. Do you want me to email it to you instead?
Yeah, maybe, because then that might be easier.
Okay. I'm going to message you through Facebook Messenger.
Great.
Pretty intense how this is working. What's up, AJ?
Yeah,
we got a lot of people coming in.
I'd rather be in the woods, to be honest, guys, but this is a close second.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely.
It's going to be offended for a second, but as long as it's the woods, I can't top that.
So the next time we need to go live
in the woods,
all together from Turkey Camp in the woods.
I'm in. Count me in.
Yeah. As long as I got the mustache, I'm going live.
Okay, link is coming to you right now, Laura.
All right. Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Okay. Copy. See if I can do this. A lot of pressure right now.
A lot of pressure.
Billy Dahl says, that's awesome. Hope you have a great success.
Thank you very much.
Billy Dahl has what's called Wheelchair Outdoors, Laura, just so you know what he's doing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, Billy's the man. In fact, I think we should do a live show with Billy at some point.
Yeah,
just,
sure.
Just remember that this weekend we're launching the podcast with Laura, so you'll be able to listen for a whole hour to everything we wanted to know about Laura Zera, and talking about Laura's survivalist training. We talk about how Laura thought she was an alien and a nerd kid when she was growing up, right, Laura?
I did.
You did say that. You did say it.
I did say that. I did. Yeah. I'm alien in the sense that I didn't belong in the woods like I saw the animals belong in the woods. Not like a little alien with a.
No, you just thought you were different because you'd go and sleep in coyote caves or dens for fun.
Like coyote dens, not spaceships. That kind of alien.
Exactly. Right. So tell us about this persistence hunting that we cover a little bit in the show.
Yeah. So humans are actually designed to hunt through a technique called persistence hunting. Basically, the reason that we don't have hair like most animals is so that we can be really efficient at cooling down, and our bodies are actually designed to run for long distances. We're not the fastest animals, but we can keep going and going and going. I mean, some of us, ideally. So the idea of persistence hunting is actually not ambushing an animal like like a cheetah would, but actually going and pushing the animal until it can no longer get away from you because you run it down. I didn't think this was possible, but I spent some time in Australia and learned that it actually is not only possible, but realistic. I think obviously it takes some training and there's a lot of failure, but anyone who knows, any animal that hunts, there's a lot of failure, but it's not the failures we're focusing on, it's the successes. So yeah, it's really cool. It's like the ultimate fair chase hunt in my eyes.
It's a great concept. It's a lot, and we talk about it in the show. It's a lot like tracking in the Northeast, where you're wearing lightweight clothing. We discussed that a little bit. So you just basically follow them and follow them and follow them until they make a mistake, and then you're there to capitalize, hopefully with a positive kill shot. You never know. Going back to the Kathy Cypret, hey Dusty, Jay, and Laura, loving this. So we got some other people checking in. Somebody from Brazil says they love you.
Oh, I love Brazil. And my Brazilian fans, they're amazing. Makes me really want to go to Brazil. Everyone's so nice.
What? Say that again, Lori?
Everyone from Brazil is so nice. It makes me really want to go to Brazil.
Very cool. Gary Wilson says, thanks, Laura. What else we got? Oh, Chip Jansen from Wyoming. So we've got some people all over the country checking in right now.
We're trying to share it. I'm doing a little sharing here, get this thing spread around a little bit, Jay.
Gotcha, man. Scott Lund. Hey, Laura, looking good. Get back to New Hampshire. When are you coming back to New Hampshire, Laura?
I'm going to be in New Hampshire this spring. I'm super excited. So I really love, the winter's great and all, but I really love the summer and the spring there. So I'm excited to be back.
What about shed hunting? What are you doing for shed hunting right now?
I'm going to Utah opening day, April 1st. I'm super excited. I've been shed hunting a little bit around here, but I'm really holding out for those big boys in Utah. I can't wait. I just got a new, I don't know if you can see it. I just got a new shed hunting tattoo.
Oh, wow.
Cool. Forever.
That's awesome. Show that again. That's really nice.
Let's see. I can't see if you can see.
Yeah, we got it loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's my best day of antler hunting ever. I was in Australia. I found 27 antlers, and it was amazing. I found the mythical tree of my dreams where there were actually 6 antlers under one tree. This is the best day of my life.
All right, checking back into the feed here. We've got, let's see, Ronnie Roberts from Kansas. Laura, how do you feel about Survivor?
I think there's a lot of drama. I think that, it's an adventure, I'm sure, but it's very different to real survival.
That was from Dan Darr from, he doesn't say where he's from. Oh, it looks like he's in New Hampshire. So,
nice.
So you think that Survivor's got a little too much drama?
Yeah, I think that actually, if you did have really good survival skills, it might not necessarily be a good thing. I almost feel like that might be a detriment and people would want to vote you off versus it just being a game of skill. Like, it's more of a social game, I think, than a physical game of survival.
Gotcha.
And by game, I mean show.
Thomas Corelius says, "Hi, Laura. How are you?"
I'm great.
And
Thank you.
we've got Marion Allen from Oklahoma. So we're covering a lot of the country right now.
I know.
Jose
Wish all these
says,
people could flash up live too.
I know. I wish there was a way to include everybody in this whole thing so we
It
can see
would be
everybody's
fun.
face.
Big
It'd be
virtual
fun.
party.
I don't know how to do that. What do you think, guys? If you're listening to this, what do you think about joining us on this live format so we can actually see your face too?
That would be awesome.
Give me some answers. Mike Phillips says, New Hampshire thinks Laura needs her own survival show.
Woo!
Not just being on a show, but your own show.
Bring it. I'll bring a different
Bring it.
person every week. It'll be so much fun. Who's in?
Let's see what else we got. Hello, Laura from San Diego.
What do you think about Alone or The Wheel, Laura?
I think
Fine.
alone, I mean, it's very different. To me, you have so many items. This is going to sound really awful of me, but it's almost like camping. I think it's more of a psychological game because it is very hard to be alone, but I don't think the survival aspect is necessarily that difficult. And what was the other show?
Wheel.
The Wheel? I haven't actually seen The Wheel. I think it's a bunch of newbies, like not experts, right? That's cool.
Gotcha. I don't know much about it myself.
Yeah.
Man, there's all kinds of people commenting. So
Yeah, they're picking up now.
Buffalo.
Lots of people from Brazil.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi,
That was
Brazil.
where one of your shows were, right? That's where you hung out for a little while.
No,
No.
I've never been to Brazil.
Oh, okay.
I really want to go. I was in Peru and Colombia and Panama.
Colombia.
But,
Gotcha. Okay. That's what I was thinking.
The Amazon was right on the border of the Brazilian Amazon, but it was still technically, not.
Everybody wants you to have your own show here, Laura. It's coming in. Every other person saying they want you to have your own show.
Thanks, guys. Working on it. We'll see what happens.
Cool. What about some of your survivalist pointers? What do we like? Let's say we get stuck in the woods. What's the first thing we have to know?
The thing that's going to kill you the first is definitely going to be shelter. So you really, you want to make sure that you have something to protect you if it rains. Even if you're in a tropical climate, if it gets wet and then, you get soaking wet and night falls, you can freeze to death. I mean, your body starts losing heat when it's underneath its temperature. So, I mean, it can be 70 degrees and you can feel freezing cold, and it drops down to 50 and you could get hypothermia. So creating a shelter where you can stay dry, have some shelter from the wind, that's hugely important, because if you're stuck, and I've had nights where I'm stuck out in the rain and it just takes the heat away from you, and there's just no way to get warm once you're wet like that. And once you start to get cold, if it's 10 o'clock at night and you're freezing, well, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning, you're not going to be doing so hot. So really important to get shelter first, always. People think
Okay.
food's like the last thing you ever worry about.
Okay. We can survive a while without food, right? I know I've
Yeah.
got at least 7 days minimum.
7 days.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I get angry when I miss lunch, but I can go for long periods of time without food.
Hangry. Gotcha. We've got Julio says, come to Canada, Laura, we love you.
Yes, I love Canada, and I've never met anyone from Canada who is a jerk. So
That's true. I have to agree with you there. How about somebody from Germany? We've got Marcus coming in from would be great to see more of her in Germany.
I've never been to Germany. There's a big knife show going on there right now. I wish I was in Germany. I have a lot of traveling to do.
It's not very wild in Germany, though, is it? I mean, it's kind of civilized.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been. I mean, you can find wild places anywhere, right?
Right. Yeah, for sure.
I bet you can. Kurt wants to know if you have ever hunted Texas.
Never. I really want to.
We have somebody from Israel tuning in right now.
Cool. That's so awesome.
Oh, Jose, good question. Have you ever been attacked by a wild animal?
I had a little struggle with a civet in Asia. It's kind of an animal that's a cross between a cat and a raccoon. But I asked for that. Like, I was definitely trying to catch it by hand, and that was the only time I've ever had kind of a negative altercation. But I mean, I've been face to face with grizzly bears, sharks, crocodiles, I mean, everything, and I've never had a experience where, certainly I've never had an experience where I didn't get what I deserve what I got.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Great question from Laura from Salt Lake City, Utah. Weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Yeah, good question.
Weirdest, I'm not sure, but grossest was tarantula. I had a tarantula in Colombia. I don't know if I didn't cook it right, but it tasted like burnt plastic. It was awful.
What's burnt plastic taste like?
I don't know, kind of like a bad perm. I don't know
Gotcha.
what a bad perm tastes like, but that's what it smells like.
Really? That's interesting.
Here's a good question. How many tattoos do you have?
That's a good question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
8. All right. There's your answer. Let's see. We've got some other good questions coming in.
A lot of your own shows. Chase from Cincinnati says you and EJ need your own show.
I would love to do a show with EJ. one of the nicest dudes I've ever met.
Scott Lund asks, what animal scares you the most to encounter?
Scott from New Hampshire. The animal that scares me the most? People.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I feel safest in the woods, I must say. Here's a good question from Adam. So you're out in the wild and filming is over. What's that first shower feel like when you get back to civilization?
Never gets old. Oh my God. I love it. I mean, hot water, right? It feels so good.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
right.
the fact that, I mean, I'm pretty clean when I'm out there. You bathe every day, but hot water, awesome.
Billy Dahl
What about
asks,
soap? Good.
Oh, go ahead. We can stay. Yeah, go on. Stay on the question.
Do you have soap when you're out in the wild?
So I like to exfoliate with sand. Usually you can find like pretty coarse sand. But as far as soap goes, if you're lucky enough to be in an area where there's plants that have saponin in it, that you can actually lather them up and it creates kind of like a soap. It's not anything as amazing as what we're used to, but it still gets you clean.
Gotcha.
You know, Jay, there's something here that I'm seeing a routine of. They've not said that they love us.
You noticed that, Dusty?
I love you guys. Oh. I love you guys.
Thank you, Laura.
Oh, man.
Thank you. Finally, somebody
Billy Dahl says,
I'll even take a like.
What do you love the most about the outdoors?
The freedom. Like it's the ultimate freedom. It's even the freedom to have failure and be cold and be hungry and not succeed. You're free to get yourself in trouble. You're free to do well. It's the ultimate freedom.
Right. Yeah, for sure. What's Edward asked the scariest moment in the wild?
Scariest moment in the wild. Wow. I don't know. I was little once, and the first time I tried sleeping out in my backyard, and my sisters told ghost stories, and it really freaked me out. Really, I'm sorry, it's a disappointing story, but I don't get scared very much out in the wild. Here's
a question, and I don't know, it might be a duplicate, but what's your favorite food? I mean, you've probably eaten some weird food. What's your favorite food?
I'm a sucker for a cheeseburger. I love meat. And I think like the fatty meat and cheese combination is like a winning thing every time.
Gotcha. That was from Daniel. I'm sorry, Dan, I'm going to botch your last name here. Duplessis, I think. And he's a chef from UNH, University of New Hampshire.
Oh, well, he's probably going to make fun of my cheeseburger answer, but.
I don't know. I always think the best test of any place is how well the cheeseburger is made.
I know.
Right?
I know. We had a cheeseburger when I came out of Colombia called the hamburguesa con todo, and it had like 7 different kinds of animals piled on top of each other, and it was the best thing I'd ever eaten. So
wow, that's awesome.
That's a great sounding sandwich right there. Let's Kurt Smith asked, what is Laura's bucket list hunt of a lifetime?
Oh, good question.
I I haven't yet hunted a bull elk during the rut. I'm shaking my head because that's just embarrassing. So I really need to do that like immediately.
Gotcha. So that'd be your bucket list hunt of a lifetime then?
I mean, right now, I think there'll always be one that comes up after that. I
Right,
want
for
to
sure.
do everything.
Right.
And
How,
the more it challenges me, the harder things are, the more I have to work for it. For me, any hunt that's going to do that is something that really appeals to me.
Andrea Behrman joined us, Dusty. Hey, Andrea,
Yeah.
what's going on?
What's going on, Andrea?
Good to see you.
Laura asks, biggest pet peeve.
No, don't answer that because you answered that on the
I
show.
feel like I did, and
You did. Don't answer
Yeah.
that question. You have to listen to the show to get that answer.
That show comes out iTunes Saturday 5 a.m.
Saturday morning, 5 a.m. exactly. iTunes, don't forget that. Saturday at 5 a.m. just like always. But yes, we do answer that question in its entirety on that show.
Laura, where can, like, say somebody's looking for you on social media, where or they want to look you up, where can they find you?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. My handle is just Laura Zara, one word, and my website, laurazara.com. So really easy. If you know my name, you can find me. There's one other Laura Zara in the world, I think. And I think she lives in Spain. So yeah, I'm easy to find.
Brian Shelton asks, what new place do you most want to visit?
Mongolia. Really want to go to Mongolia. That's
Awesome.
actually another bucket list hunt, is like golden eagle versus wolves in Mongolia.
Laura Eakin is on the feed here, and Laura is a fellow podcaster, and she wants you to come to Utah to hunt, but you're pretty close to there. So
I'm super close. I'm going to be in Utah in a couple weeks. Yeah.
Exactly. So that can be arranged.
Yeah. With 2 Lauras hunting, that would be awesome.
That'd be an epic hunt, really.
It would be.
Yeah, Laura Eakin, super cool. I think you guys would really get along. That's a connection we should make for you.
Absolutely.
Touch with me, Laura. Find me.
We have Laura's phone numbers, I believe, right, Dusty?
Yeah, sure do.
Okay. All right. We can make that happen.
Yep.
And let's see what else we got here. Jay and Dusty were finally questions for us, Dusty.
Oh yeah, thanks, Scott. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you, Scott.
I'm a little bit southwest of Dayton, Ohio, Scott. Here in what's known as some big buck country here in Ohio. And Jay, where are you at?
I'm in New Hampshire, about dead center, just outside of the capital. And that's Laura. You grew up in New Hampshire.
I grew up in Western Massachusetts, and then I
moved to New Hampshire at some point.
New Hampshire, and that became my home. It resonated. You know, the whole live free or die thing. The people there were pretty badass.
Right.
So
That's pretty cool.
They say
live is okay.
Yeah. They say there's a TV show, Laura and Laura. That's what the TV show should be called. Is what they're saying.
Laura and Laura.
That'd be great. I mean, no one would forget our names.
Yeah, Andrea Bierman. Hey, what's up? Andrea is the wife of Mike Bierman, who killed the living room buck. Do you recognize the living room buck?
The living room buck? Yes.
Yeah. Where the guy drug the buck in his living room, took a picture of it.
Yes. And his wife let him take pictures in the living room.
Wait, no. What? That's amazing.
Oh, it's fantastic.
You got to Google it. You got a computer in front of you? Laura, do you have a computer in front of you?
Yeah.
Google the living
room buck.
Okay.
You'll find it.
On it.
And Andrea was the one that had him actually drag it into the living room.
Okay. That is really amazing.
Mike Bierman's been at Turkey Camp, New Hampshire with us.
Yes, he has.
Yes. That's great.
All right. Looks like you get a free lunch at the University of New Hampshire, Laura, if you come visit.
I will come visit.
Cool.
That'd be awesome. Free
Scott
lunch.
Free lunch.
My heart. That'd be great. How do I do this?
Scott, can we come too? Can Dusty and I come for free lunch too, or just Laura?
About mid-May, Scott. Turkey season.
Why isn't living room buck coming up?
Just Google search the living room buck, all one word, living room.
And a bunch of pictures of lawnmowers.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I found it. Oh, that's awesome.
Yes. famous picture now.
That's Mike Bierman.
Amazing.
His wife Andrea is on here with us, so that's pretty cool.
Bill Marsh says, I've never met Laura, but I'm friends with her on Facebook.
Yes.
Social media is just amazing. So
it's
funny.
Awesome. Daniel Duplius, is that the one that yeah, he says
Yes,
I'm in the
that's the UNH chef, yeah.
Says I'm in the catering kitchen. Come visit.
Mike's online now. He says that dude's beard is amazing.
Not as good as my mustachio.
That's right.
Scott,
we did get the invite. All of us are invited to go see Scott for lunch.
Let's do this. Let's make this happen.
Boating on Lake Winnipesaukee.
Yes.
I'm in.
I'm in.
Yeah. Let's make a week of it.
A week of it? What?
Yeah, we got to find some more people.
We're going turkey hunting. We got time for lunch and maybe a boat trip, but that's turkey camp.
Maybe the week after. Come on.
Yeah. What's up, Mike Bierman? Glad you joined us, man.
Yeah, Mike's on this feed here. Jeremy wants to know if we're finding any good mushrooms. I'm still knee deep in snow here in New Hampshire.
Not yet, Jeremy. Here in Ohio, not yet.
Yeah, found some weird mushrooms in the desert. It's been so wet here, and I don't know what they were. But I wanna be up north for morel season.
I actually found my first morel in my backyard this year. It was only one. It only grew one, and it was literally just outside my door. And I had never seen them in my yard at all in New Hampshire.
I told him I had to tell him about him.
Yeah, I actually took a picture of her and sent it to Dusty because he picks hundreds of them. I said, "Is this real?" Before I eat this,
just cook up the one.
You know what I did is I've got it dried out actually, so I'm going to shave it and put it. I know. I didn't know what to do with just one. What do you do with just one mushroom?
I don't know,
cut it in half and fry it.
Okay.
Yeah, you fry it up. Well, that's like a delicacy. What's up, James Snow from the Euro Hanger?
Jim Snow. Excellent. What's going on, Jim?
Scott Lund says, my place is right on the water. Laura knows to message me.
Perfect.
Yep. Winnipesaukee.
We need ice out. Yeah, there's still plenty of ice.
Yeah.
What about? Oh, you were on. Mark Stevens says I missed my chance to meet Laura when she visited the Morning Buzz.
Yes.
But she was. Yeah, you were on the Morning Buzz.
It says.
How was that?
It was amazing. They ate cockroaches and crickets with me.
Oof. No kidding.
We cooked them up right on air. It was great. And some coconut oil. They were delicious.
He says that thank you for being nice enough to write him a note. Mark Stevens.
Oh my gosh, I remember that. That's great. Yeah. Of course. Next time. Be there next time.
Billy Daw wants an autograph. How do we get people to sign stuff, Laura? Can we just mail stuff to you?
Yeah, I mean, if I stayed in one, that's the hard thing is that I'm traveling around so much. I don't really have an address. But it's funny because all the places I've lived, people strangely find out what my address is. I don't know how people do that. And then the new tenants get mail. It's very weird.
Scott?
Turkey camp. We'll get a signature at Turkey camp.
Yes, we will.
There you go.
We'll hook you up, Billy Daw.
You just got to invite us for some kind of lunch or food activity, and then
Yeah, remember Billy Daw's in a wheelchair, so he, we take care of Billy.
Oh, Billy. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll just.
Andrew wants to know what's your strongest survival skill?
Probably my mental attitude and creativity. I think it's something where none of it's rocket science. You just have to know how to handle it, and you have to be creative and figure out how to work with what you have to get what you need. So, yeah.
There we go, Jay. Laura Eakin, who would you choose to be on your zombie apocalypse team?
Oh my gosh.
That's a good one.
Teams, that's great. Just someone who's, I mean, there's a lot of possible options.
Just remember, I'm
I would
packing the
definitely-
mustache, Laura.
I would choose a mustache. I'm a huge mustache fan. But if you don't have a mustache, you can still be on my team as long as you're not like a Debbie Downer. I don't want anyone negative on my team. I want people to be like really excited about killing zombies and surviving. So
Here's a good question. Jeremy wants to know, is there anybody that makes you starstruck?
Not yet. I'm trying to think even if there's someone that I'd really like to meet. I don't know. I think people are just people.
People, right, exactly. Let's see.
Scott Law asks, what's your weakest skill?
My weakest skill. Probably I get really frustrated working in teams. I mean, I've been working on that, but I like to do things myself because then I know they get done. So whenever I have to like delegate things, I'm bad at that, and I'm also really unorganized in life.
Gotcha. Andrea Bierman asks, what or who inspires you?
Just people I love people who have gone through, who have like been dealt bad cards and are optimists and make amazing things happen in their lives anyway. I'm just really inspired by people who can have optimism in the face of challenge.
Very cool.
Cool. All right, a couple more questions and we got to roll. But definitely tune into the full show on Saturday, 5 a.m. on iTunes, bigbuckregistry.com/iTunes. Best place to listen to it. Of course, go to all our Facebook and social media avenues. We'll have all the links right there for you. But if you have an iDevice like this one, an iPhone, then tune in on the podcast app. Probably the best place to listen to it, and that's iTunes. So check that out. All right, a couple more questions. Dusty, you want to pick one?
Jeremy asks your favorite way to start a primitive fire.
I think that it depends. If I don't have a lot of material, then hand drills are super easy to make. But a bow drill, you can have more variables, and if it's raining, it's gonna be really hard to get a hand drill. Bow drills, you can have a lot of things go wrong, and you can still power through it and make it work. So, old reliable, probably the bow drill.
Gotcha. Okay, makes sense.
All right, a couple of fishing questions here, and this will make my friends over at the fishing podcast that we're friends with. I don't know, they're not tuning in here, but I'll let them know that we asked a fish question on this little adventure we're on here on Facebook. Do you ever ice fish, and what's the biggest New Hampshire fish you ever caught?
Probably not very big. I have ice fished on Newfound Lake. But you'd laugh at me if I told you how big the fish was, or I could just lie about it and make it a fish story.
Yeah, it's a fish story. You get to lie. That's what it's all about.
It was huge. I can't even show you how big it was.
It won't fit on this screen. It was that big.
I do really love spearfishing, so that's kind of like my new challenge in life. So when I catch something record-breaking, I'll update you on that.
Gotcha. Very cool. All right, Laura. I think we should sign off here. And then everybody can tune in and listen to the full show coming up on Saturday at 5 a.m. It'll be all over our Facebook page. Laura's going to put it on hers. It'll be all over Twitter, Instagram. We'll link it everywhere. But most importantly, listen to it on iTunes. It's probably the best place you can listen to the show because you have all the little buttons that you can stop and fast forward and pause. You get through 22 minutes on your commute. You can go back, start it again, all that kind of cool stuff. So
yeah, very cool. Hey, thanks everybody for joining us live here on the live feed on the Registry. Laura,
thanks for tuning in.
Thank you guys. Thank you for the questions that stumped me because I like those. They were very unique.
Very cool. All right. Thanks, Laura. We appreciate it. I'm going to turn off the broadcast here and we'll have a little chat afterwards. But thanks for everybody for tuning in.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.